I was thinking about it. I was thinking to myself this morning, I'm like, what's next, Spirit? Like, what's my next assignment? And I was like, I should start packing. Imagine, I haven't even gotten the job offer, but we don't need to because time is a concept. Time is a con. It's an well, duh, it's a concept, Amarachi, but time is an illusion. Time is we're not trapped to time. So the yes is here because it's coming, and if time is all flat, then it's already here. You hear me? Good morning. Good morning. It is 8 a.m. But it's Friday. I'm in a good mood because I just finished a presentation for work. It's like 8 a.m. Story of my life. I just finished a presentation for work that I'm about to send off, and I think it's really good. It was a very what I describe as fire alarm ask, where it's like, hey, we kind of need this tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Even though I think this is maybe the shortest turnaround time I've been asked for. Yeah, but my boss helped me. Fortunately, my boss helped me, iron out any loose ends and added context that I didn't have. And just, it's amazing to have a second set of eyes to figure things out. But I was thinking to myself, is that it's so crazy to me because, one of the newsrooms that I work with it's such an important market. And in some ways, I'm like, how did I end up here? When they were thinking about, okay, who are we going to, if we really want to see this market grow, they need a content strategy analyst. Instead of taking, one of the 10 veterans that they already had, they just brought someone new in, which I guess makes sense. These people, they're married, they have kids. Who's going to uproot and move to Texas in order to work with these newsrooms? So you need someone who has some local authority, and they also are experts in their own newsrooms. So what's the point in taking them to a new market? But I'm just like, I'm fresh out of the water. I'm fresh out of the water. The ink on my degree is still wet. It's even though I guess maybe I think I come across as older than I am, which could say a lot of things. It could speak to my maturity. It could speak to, it could speak to kind of Black children always being perceived as a bit older than they typically are. There's a lot in there. I also, I'm also very mature. So, but that's not what this is about, Amarachi. This is not what that's about. But anyway, yeah, I'm like, they just brought a new kid. Okay, you think they bring a new kid who's been doing this for 20 years? Fresh out of the water. And I'm killing it. Part of me was thinking the other day, maybe I should go to consulting because it'd probably be equal amounts of stress, but just the pay. But I'm like, oh God, I've seen some scary stories about some of y'all. My brother's going to be working at a consulting firm this summer. I'm so proud of my baby. He called me this week and he told me, he said, Amarachi. So I remember how I told you I had an interview? Well, I got it. Don't we love that? Oh my gosh. And I can't wait to get the same call from my sister. This summer's going to be her summer. Summer's going to be her summer because she's been working hard. She's been putting in work. Grades are impeccable. It's just so nice to see the little ones grow up and do well. Oh! Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh my gosh. You know what I realized this morning? My brain is going all over the place. You know what I realized this morning? It's really happening. I'm moving to London. I have this interview on Monday. And I'm already preparing for it. Not even as if I have the offer is mine. You get what I'm saying? When something is yours by divine right, and I could even bring a book that I'm thinking of, maybe I can quote it correctly. But when something is yours by divine right, there's no need to worry. And I have been worried, but there isn't a need for it. It's just me, right? Trying to find confidence in the physical when this is a very spiritual happening. And the reason why I say it's a spiritual occurrence is because this isn't rooted in my worth or how hard I've worked, even though I have like worked very hard. But when certain things just show up in your life and it's like, oh, this was tailor-made and designed for me. What's going on with my nails? This was tailor-made and designed for me. You don't need to worry because it's yours. And the thing about it is, not only is it yours, if someone else was in that role, it wouldn't make sense because it's not theirs. And that's like me trying to enter into position and it's not mine by divine right. That's somebody else's gift. That's somebody else's blessing. That's somebody else's assignment. That's somebody, like the divine already plans to use them. There's someone else who's supposed to be there. That's why when things are out of order and out of whack, sometimes because like, yo, this isn't yours. This isn't yours. You're trying to take something that isn't yours. This right here, this is mine. This is mine. This, I know without a doubt. And I even thought about it this morning. I realized like, whoa, I manifested this. And the reason why I say I manifested it is because, right, like I called it into existence. I said for years, I want to get a PhD. 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 And as I refined my interests and my goals, I said, you know what? Actually, I'm trying to think. I think I was also interested in a PhD in the UK because it could be done part-time. I think for the last like year or two, I've been thinking about I want to do AI in journalism. And so everything just started kind of like lining up. And I remember even in undergrad, like other things I've manifested, I was talking about how I wanted my first year in undergrad, I wanted to be paid for through scholarships. And maybe my goal was like $10,000. And I had a piece of copy paper that I took from the printer. I drew a thermometer on it. And at the bottom it was 0, the top was 10,000. I think by the end of the year, I'd like raised 15,000, right? I exceeded my goal. And then I came into my first year and I was thinking about, dang, how am I going to cover the rest? And boom, right? I applied for the Rappaport Service Scholarship, $30,000 over 3 years. That's tuition. Boom. Pell Grant. Rent. Boom. Right? And you know what I did with that freedom? I studied what I was interested in. That's another thing I've realized. Like when you have financial freedom, it makes a difference. It's not that I didn't know it before, but I think when I was recently trying to do that master's, one thing that was holding me back from kind of feeling free to make this jump was, do I want to spend this money? Is this going to work? When I had my scholarship, there was more liberty to explore, to say, you know what, let me try this. I'm curious. I don't have any skin in the game, right? But when it's your dollar bill, ooh. And it's not even your dollar bill, right? Because if you have a ton of funds, then you have more to play with. But when it's like, oh, okay, this could knock out the system, then you're gonna be more risk averse. All that to say, this presentation is bomb because I'm the bomb. And I was telling my mom that last night. Every job, every media internship I've been in, you ask any one of my bosses and they'll tell you, except Sam might say I was a little emotionally distressed, which is fair. I was going through some things, but that's my girl, right? She would still say I was good, but on the low key, she'd be like, that girl was so damn anxious. Child, say bless her heart, or cut that out. That girl was so damn nervous, she was going through a lot. But every other internship, professional experience, they would tell you, Amarachi's work is impeccable. Amarachi's work is incredible. There isn't a bad reference in the book. Now, if you ask my professors about me, they'll be like, what the hell's going on with this girl? They'll tell you a whole different story. She doesn't show up, she doesn't communicate, she doesn't turn in her stuff in time. And granted, I didn't do journalism in the US, I did it in the UK. And every time I've done it in the UK, moving abroad by yourself without your family, emotionally stressful. Much less trying to get an education in a different education system and understand that. Much less to be a broke college student in one of the most expensive cities in the world. Not only that, it's a dreary city. London is gray. London is cold. And most people there, they don't have Southern hospitality. They don't have that South side warm, buttery goodness, hey baby, when you walk in the store type mood. So it's a struggle, which begs the question, why do I keep going back? Listen, you got to take that up with the big bosses, okay? You got to take it up with the boss. I'm just here to follow the instruction, to follow the call, and I'm going to take a trip while we're at it, okay? I was going to take a trip earlier this year. I was thinking about, or maybe even this month, and going to like Prague and Amsterdam and stuff, but we're shifting that to when it's move out time. I literally have less than 2 months until I move. Like I was thinking about it. I was thinking to myself this morning, I'm like, what's next, Spirit? Like, what's my next assignment? And I was like, I should start packing. Imagine, I haven't even gotten the job offer, but we don't need to because time is a concept. Time is a it's concept, Amarachi, but time is an illusion. We're not trapped to time. So the yes is here because it's coming. And if time is all flat, then it's already here. You hear me? Time is here. So the yes is here, which means we need to figure out housing. I messaged my aunt yesterday. I said, hey, I have an interview. Pretty sure I'm going to be moving there. What's the situation? Yet again, she told me they can't do it. House is under construction. Something else is going on. That's okay. Because one thing I'll tell you about my auntie, one mame, that's a good woman. Every time I come over, sweet energy, talks to me for hours, asks me about why America voted for Trump. I'll be like, sister girl, I don't know. I can't tell you. Got a nice plate of food, encourages me to travel, live my best life, pours encouragement and positivity into me. It would be nice to have like that, like just kind of like home like support that I've gotten every time I travel anywhere in Texas, but London really just, I don't know, I just get in there and they throw me to the wolves. Damn. All right. Hopefully my boss is messaging me back. Let's send this presentation off and get going. We're gonna do a morning walk. I have so much to do.